Good morning, everyone. It's trying to set up a big move here. The monthly is positive. Fifty-five minutes down appealing. The weekly is trying to set up here on Unity. This earnings will be a big deal for this name. A very big deal. So SYM has earnings after market close. This is a huge key level at 60 here. Weekly is very supportive. Hmm. That's a pretty big potential breakout. This is posted by one of the members in the Discord. But until this actually breaks out, it's probably a great short setup. I'd be super cautious. I'm not a huge fan of retail, quite honestly. I mean, honestly, this is setting up really nicely. Weekly about to fire. Daily, daily relaxing a little bit, but 2 days it confirming, so you could easily get a continuation higher here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're just looking to see if we can get back over 50. It wouldn't be a top name to watch, but it should be on the radar. I don't like Palantir doing this into the open. It might be a quick stop on me for my small position. The 65 minute is supportive here, but I wanted to see if maybe we this one's gonna be tough because it might sweep the lows. It might sweep the lows and then get a reaction. So if it gives up 134, I'm probably gonna get stopped out, and then I'll just have to watch to see if there's a strong reversal to get back in. I don't like CEG losing 325 in the pre-market, but we'll see how it reacts off the open. It loves to have those really strong opening moves. Meta below 600 could set up a really good short. It's testing pre-market. It's testing previous day's lows here. Ooh. I probably need to get AMD up in here. Who do I want to replace for AMD? I don't really want to replace Apple, but I might just set a few alerts here and load up AMD. I'll honestly replace this with AMD because I think this needs to be a top watch today. You just, I mean, you have this much action. Very likely to see some big moves today. So we should even adjust to watching the 5 minute here. Looks like we probably got some poor headlines this morning. All right, market open. This is a quick stop on PLTR here for me. Over, so let's see. Our Irene is. We just got a SYM alert. Really nice move out of Irene. So here I'm looking to take a partial for 100%. Was really patient with Irene. I really wanted that double before I sold anything. Especially with it testing the pre-market high, I'm going to take a partial here. So that was for 106%. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I want to take a quick peek at SNDK and see if these are starting to reset a little bit. Starting to sell off a little bit. Just a little bit. CEG Catachina bounce. So we need. Would really love to see this kind of play out like yesterday. Kind of sweeps the lows and then gets a reversal. Market very supportive here. Meta trying to reclaim. Still can't enter here. Palantir dead name. We can actually replace this with Qualcomm and watch something that might provide a better intraday setup. I know AMD running. Need to be on watch with Qualcomm and see if it wants to chase here. AMD too fast for me. Kind of keeping an eye on Irene here, though. Irene has earnings tomorrow. And there's been nothing but great news there, quite honestly. I kind of want to swap Apple to the 15-minute and see if I can get the pop here from this name. Qualcomm is supportive on the 5 minutes, but the 10-minute hasn't turned properly yet. 5 minute very strong on AMD and is starting to turn the 15-minute here. 30 minutes still in regression. 65-minute did flip, so it's supportive overall. Supportive overall. Just way too fast for me this morning. We don't have a proper 10-minute flip on SPY, mind you. Let's take a peek at Tesla here real quick. Doesn't look interesting right now. Meta failing. $15-minute here, very bearish. 30-minute bearish. 65-minute failed as well. So I still want to let this kind of, I'll zoom in on the 5-minute here and kind of see if we get like a better entry. This back test, it could be a nice setup with a tight stop. I'm eyeing the 590s here. It's a clean setup. You kind of wanted to set up an evening star here in the 5-minute. Let's actually look at the 1-minute. Qualcomm not following AMD. SNDK melting here. I like to see that. I sold some premiums here. Let's see if I'm making some money on this one. I am making some money on this one. All right. All right. Very nice. Very nice. So they're sucking the premiums out of this one. My word, this might have been a top watch. I just really quickly want to see if I missed something. I don't have a clean setup this morning for a short, which is good. It means I didn't miss something in my prep because I definitely did review this one in the pre-market. But let's keep an eye on this because we might be able to take some puts there. Meta is still not like giving me a very clean setup here. Not really seeing a reason to take that one quite yet. Okay, Meta giving the breakdown here. Testing the pre-market low. Potentially I'm too hesitant on this one. It's starting to set up really well. Let's see if the 65-minute still well behaved. It is. 30-minute about to roll over here. You know what I don't like is just how supportive the market still looks overall. But I think you can take this one. I think I'm gonna come in. Ooh, wow, those 590s are moving fast, man. They're moving fast. I can still come in with the 24 delta at the 587.50. I might do that quite honestly and come in with some. Try to come in at like 6 to 265 contract and just take a small position here. Let's swap back to the 1-minute here. We're getting like a back test to the bearish EMA. That bounce off the pre-market can be a tough spot to enter. But it looks like we're likely to gonna fail this. I also don't like the way CEG is behaving. But the thing about CEG is that it loves to do this before it gives the real move. So it's kind of back testing that previous breakout here. It does have really ugly downside confluence, but I got lots of time on this one, so I'm going to try to just hold out for the larger idea. I might get stopped out of some weeklies here. I'm getting an alert on GE. GE breaking out of daily trend. Look at that, it tested it. Let's reset our alert here. It needs to reclaim and confirm, otherwise it's just another rejection. The SMR we added yesterday is looking good today, which is good. Which is very good. Looking very supportive here. Wonderful. CEG fully reclaiming 320. We do like to see that. I still might use this as an exit for the weeklies here. But my June contracts, I'm not too worried about. I don't want to overreact on CEG because it can be a bit of a turd sandwich. Like this move right here, I added into actually. And that was a very ugly move that like gave up the previous day's support. Like it gave up the full plunge and drifted lower, only to do a max reversal the next day and short circle offsides. I'm looking for that similar structure, and cutting here at 316 is tough when it's so oversold. I mean, in fact, if I go 1 minute, we pull up our ATR, so that was almost a full ATR move here, but now it's a really clean reclaim. So I'll take that back off just to keep the chart a bit cleaner. Nice reclaim. If it can get back over 322, the shorts could be caught off sides and this thing can moon. Still keeping an eye here on Meta. It's so far defending that pre-market bounce. I still don't see a clean setup. I just kind of want to be more hesitant to enter into the shorts with the market so supportive right here. I do want to say the 15-minute is starting to roll over on SPY, and the 65-minute is degrading. Okay. All right. This is where I can try Meta with a semi-tight stop. So that bearish EMA is rolling over pretty well. I actually want to be patient and say I take this if it breaks the lows, or I'll enter at 603 if it does a back test. I'd like to enter at 603 and use the high a day as a stop to get some good risk reward. All right. Well, I could take a look at some SNDK puts, but I'll tell you what, these are often very expensive. SNDK is just crazy expensive, man. Holy snap. Can I even get filled here? I'm trying to get filled for 1,050 strike for next week. But I'm just going to buy one of these as a lotto. You know, I do like the way Apple looks here. I did set up the SNDK put. You know, even though I'm so far out of the money, I still have like a 6 delta on that. So if this thing does make any like dramatic move to the downside, it should still print pretty well. Especially since your implied volatility is only at 128, so it should actually move really well to the downside. It's not like a short squeeze play where we'll have muted performance. Apple moving very well, actually. And it's getting the full reversal here. I don't like that they're offsides on Apple and market's still very supportive. This is the risk with turn to short stuff with markets like this. Apple over pre-market high. I kind of want to see how the first dip defends. This is not where I want to enter. I'd love to see Meta get that pop to this bearish EMA. Now our ideal entry keeps kind of drifting down here. So I kind of want to see 602 fail now, 602.50 fail. Being very patient. You know, the SPY is still supportive, but be mindful that VIX is kind of rallying here. This isn't really concerning until it's over 20. So let's just continue to be a little patient here. Continue. CEG's back testing major support here. Pretty oversold. Very oversold on the 15-minute. I'll be a little bit more patient on my dip buy. Apple with the violent move to the downside here. You've got that 15-minute and 65-minute confluence. Okay, so I think I said Apple on accident, but obviously I'm talking about Meta. Let's see here. I think what we want to do is one, I want to make sure the stream is working appropriately. Puts for next week are looking pretty good. All right, we're getting that back test 601. Oh, are we gonna get my back test I wanted? Trying to be so patient with Meta, man. I want to get that pop to 602. And then I might take some 585s. SNDK sucking out all the premiums. Just sucking them out. Paying me. You owe me money, mother. Okay, Meta getting that back test, but still has that 15-minute breakdown look to it. So this is where I'm willing to take a shot. I'm going to try some 585s for next week. Gonna try to pay $5 for them. So we'll use the high day as the stop. You could buy for the end of the week if you want to be a little bit more aggressive. I am kind of being a wuss right here. Undeniably being a wuss. It's pretty dangerous setup because the market, again, is being very supportive. So just be mindful of that. But if we can fail that low, we should get a really nice move out of this name. Looks like SMR is moving really well this morning. That's fantastic. And then let's take a little quick look at HIMS. It's defending that breakdown still. It's just kind of like dead in the water. There's honestly not too much interesting about this name. I don't like the 65-minute failing here. Let's see what the oil story is. I mean, you've got good RVOL on oil with it trying to be supportive. It is just testing the bearish EMA here, though. Today is already looking like a very meh day. But let's not lose focus. It can change rapidly. Okay, here's that back test on Meta. I don't like it accelerating to the upside like that. But let's see how it continues to pan out. NQ kind of has like a bear flag look to it. Right here. Meta Premium's holding up very well, which I do like to see. Irene getting a really nice bounce off of that pre-market structure. It's really nice to see. Let's watch 1 minute, 1 minute here. This one's looking really good, honestly. I'm tempted to set up some weeklies here, but I would be playing this one a lot harder and more aggressively if earnings wasn't literally tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So I don't think I need to keep a close eye on SNDK. It looks like it's being well behaved. Let's watch Qualcomm here. Qualcomm interesting because if we pop out and look at the daily here, this is like just a beautiful rounded bottom with a full reversal here. Like, it is a little overbought, so maybe you do come back, test. I mean, honestly, I would be kind of surprised if this back tested below like 180, and 185 would be like a perfect bounce off the prior highs. I also don't like the RSI giving confirmations here. You know, you kind of set a new high, but I don't have a new high on the RSI, which is what you would want to see for a confirmation of highs, like as far as momentum structure goes. Of course, in shorter time frames, that rule doesn't apply as much. Apple actually getting great follow through here. It's making me feel FOMO because I really like Apple. Quite honestly, the 15-minute gave me a full reversal. It's just like this move's already kind of more aggressive than what I'd like to chase ideally, especially when I think the market's looking a little jumpy. Well, it looks like there was a headline just now. Apple's just clearing out. Cleared it out. How is the king? How's the king of Simmons doing? Oh, good, I mean, full flag, yeah. Oh, misclick. It's moving well. Let's check Dell. Hmm. Oh, the R-Vol here is really good today. If pullbacks defend well, I might take this one. Meta is trying to stop me out here. Qualcomm not behaving very well. Irene looking good here. Spy still being supportive, which is interesting because NQ kind of pulling back here. There's like a stark difference in the behavior between these two. So, which is not in a top heavy market. You actually don't want to see that. We want to see tech kind of leading the way. I don't know why energy's getting hit so hard, but it's hurting us on CEG at the moment. It's like NQ kind of puking here, which is kind of keeping me in Meta just a little bit longer. I will say if the 10 minutes, so the 10 minutes kind of giving the confirmation here that I need to get out. Really not a bad loss here though. Quite honestly, these put premiums are holding up really well. Yeah, so 10-minute giving the full reversal even as like other tech names kind of pull back a little bit here. It's interesting behavior. Damn. All right, I'm getting stopped on Meta, guys. I can't take that pain anymore. I'm gonna take a 20% loss here. I'm gonna stop. That's a bummer, but we move on to the next trade. I'm kind of curious on. Oh, so we should be printing on that SNDK position. Okay, we are. So that's good. Did take a beating today though. Oh, what is? I am kind of taking a beating today. What is it? Is it just CEG? It looks like it is just CEG. But SMR moving really nicely. And I have large position here. The range is really expanding here for NQ here as the VIX expands. You got this like megaphone structure here. So be careful, because if you break out of the megaphone, it can lead to a pretty parabolic move to the downside or upside. Oh man, dude, just with the way this looks, I feel like Meta's gonna puke back down, isn't it? It's still supportive. I mean, it's higher than when we sold, and it's still going. Just a big offsides play. I hate when the markets chop like this, man. We're 1 for 1 so far today. Tough, tough, tough. Tough, tough, tough. Yeah, I mean, they're really just coming for energy right now. We're getting really nice moves out of, I mean, even Oklo here looking kind of interesting. Bull flag? Maybe. Higher low? Big pull? Higher lows being set here? Looks like it's prepping for a bigger move. I don't think it's worth the entry right here, though. Looks like it actually got a deny out like a key support. Didn't even quite get to it. Maybe something to keep on the radar in the coming weeks. You know, it doesn't look all that interesting here for nuclear names. Oh, Joby up. Big. Oh, good earnings. Great earnings. Good move. Show me the weekly. I mean, honestly, you got like this little mini cup and handle that might take you straight to 10. That's 1060, and then over that, you can accelerate, fill the gap to 13. I don't hate an attempt to swing like some. What are these June contracts at 13 trade for? They're stupid cheap. Maybe I buy a few dozen of these. Out in June. It's more of like a lotto. I don't want to overpay for him though. I'll keep that bid at 20 cents, but I'm not looking to chase. The video was a nice dip buy. Yeah, market's still very supportive, guys. Meta 609. You know, even SNDK trying to defend here. Uber being supportive, but I would still like a bottom signal on the 10-minute here, and I'm not getting it. All right. SPY ended up, NQ ended up catching up to SPY rather than the opposite. Let's refresh our heat map here. AMD catching a nice rally. Our SMR play from yesterday is popping to life. I could take a partial here, but I don't really want to. I really want to hold this one for the larger idea. I'm going to kind of look at some of my commodity plays. I think I'm going to hold these for like another week, honestly. But oil is puking here. Still no news of an actual peace deal. I'm feeling a lot of FOMO around Apple, I'm not going to lie. Feeling a lot of FOMO around Apple. Let's take a look at Oracle here. See if it's chasing the move on Irene. It's got a really nice look to it. Apple's slowing down significantly. It's SPY pulling back. So 15-minute flip has fully occurred on Meta, and it looks like the 65 minutes about to do the same thing. So it's also breaking out a major key level here. The shorts definitely caught off sides on this name. I kind of wonder, because this thing was it was catching the flip on the daily. So we still have that daily flip, but the 2 days actually reversed here. And the weekly can set up. So it looks like you missed the move, but I would fight that feeling. I feel like this is the beginning of a reversal where I can make my money back from this morning's loss on the upside. I don't want to enter here. I just kind of want to set it up. Let it set up a little bit better. I feel like it's still kind of like a choppy day, you know, like we haven't like broke our pre-market high or anything, so this isn't like where you want to step in and be super aggressive. It's just very important to be kind of patient here. I do need to review like pullback targets for CEG. So we kind of have this false pop, and it's kind of like back testing this the previous breakout. So we're pulling back to the bullish EMA here. This is honestly where I should be looking to add, quite honestly. So let's take a look at those. Okay, I'm adding to my June contracts for CEG. So we have the bottom signal from Uber here. We still don't have the reversal in the 15-minute. But that's some great behavior, though. I just still have to wait for the trigger and chase. Nice back test from Meta. Meta doesn't look done. I might buy some end of the week on. I mean Nvidia. I meant Nvidia, not Meta. It's still looking very supportive. So, I mean, yeah, I can come in here and buy some end of the week with a stop under this candle. So, I'm thinking the 207s. Is it potential? I haven't sent it yet. I'm just watching these premiums. Especially as this candle like flips. Our SNDK put is moving nicely, by the way, and we sold that spread yesterday. Making some really good money off of that spread, quite honestly. As they kind of like suck out all the premiums on this one. I do love to see that. Okay, I really like the way that Uber looks. So I'm going to pop over there real quick. And I'm actually going to buy next week's 81 contracts. It's kind of wide. It's kind of wide. Oh, it's tightening up really nicely right here. Is it denied? No, it's breaking out. Yeah, so I bought the 81s for next week. I'll post that one on the Discord. Our bot will be up hopefully later today. All right, NVIDIA getting the turn as well. It looks like it wants to turn into a trendy day. That's a really nice defense of it. So I'm looking to buy the 207s for the end of the week. I'll keep this one a bit smaller, but it's behaving well. I really like the way that Oracle is behaving, but I don't want to overtrade on a day that's kind of meh. Irene getting a nice continuation. I will say, I think Oracle looks better than Irene here. Even though Irene's, I mean, I just don't like Irene, like getting, there's some sellers here on this name that are annoying me. I could take another partial here for 118%. But I really want to be patient with it. I'm trying to not do much there. We're getting nice follow through on the meta position here. The NVIDIA. I don't know why I keep calling meta NVIDIA. So we could take a partial here on NVIDIA for 25%. Let's do that. Looks like I got like 20%. For such a big move on CEG, these June calls are holding up so well on this one. Not gonna lie, they're like holding up so well. I'm gonna close this wheat position, man. I'm sick of looking at this thing. Wow, we took that NVIDIA partial right before that plunge. We're still in the green on it though, but I prefer a winner not to turn into a loser. So I'm going to keep an eye on this thing. I don't want it to, still supportive on the uptrend. If I was feeling a little bit more confident, I would add here, but I'm not the biggest fan of the way that NQ looks here. This is disgusting, like inside day. So I'm not looking to get super active. It's weird because the SPY looks so supportive. Again, not really what you want to see. You kind of want to see AI as a whole kind of still leading the way, but like Intel pulling back and SNDK pulling back significantly are kind of ruining that story. In fact, I think I'm going to buy back my spread on SNDK and lock in my profits. If I can. See, this is what pisses me off about spreads, dude. They can be a bitch to get out of. Let's see if I get filled on this and it lets me. Is this indeed keep bouncing? Is that why I can't get out? Okay, NVIDIA getting recovery where we need to see it. Still trying to exit. All right, took the profits on. We're kind of backtesting the breakup, but still looks fine. But let's review the bigger picture here. Bigger picture is we're just now breaking out over this area of chop. We're getting a nice reversal on the 1 day, 2 day firing, and weekly setting up very nicely. So this could be the start of a much, much bigger move. It could accelerate over 81. So might be one where you kind of buy it and then you find yourself rolling and rolling and rolling. I don't like the way that AMD's kind of chopping it up with the market, but let's be patient. If they want to stop me out, they're going to have to work for it. They're going to have to drag it lower than this. Irene looking fine. Oracle, again, like I said earlier, you know, if I wasn't such a pussy, I should have taken it. But Oracle, a lot stronger than Irene here. It can just accelerate over the high of day even. It is a bit extended, but I might find myself chasing this one later today. Any backtest on Meta that kind of holds over 610 is probably a good buy as well. I like the backtest on Apple so long as the 65-minute looks good. It actually doesn't look great right here, so it might want to pull back a bit more than people expect. It might want to pull back to like 83. But it's worth keeping an eye on as well. Yeah, SNDK trying the full bounce here. It's pretty interesting. Shit, man. I kind of just want to. All right, I'm gonna close like 1/2/13 of my SMR position. I don't really want to, but I just want to get something on the board here. I don't know. I keep looking at it, which kind of tells me like I should probably just lock in a little bit of it. Is this thing setting up a Head and Shoulders? What does the 10-minute look like on here? It's fine. Looks okay. My word, dude. Look at this 15-minute on NQ here. I mean, this thing's just breaking down, but not following through with price, which kind of tells me we're like shaping up for a squeeze, like a crazy squeeze potentially. Maybe I need to add a little bit more into Oracle or something. Let's take a closer look at Oracle. Oh my gosh, dude. It actually looks so freaking good. Okay, wait a second. It actually looks so good. Wait a second. All right. 2:15 calls for May 22nd. I'm gonna try to come in at 2:30. Yeah, a lot of open interest here too. And then I'll look to add on these if we get an intraday dip, but we still see the nice tight consolidation on NQ. I might try and add, but let's go ahead and set that up. Let me let Discord know about that. 15 call. May 22nd at 2:03. Being a little impatient, it is a little bit extended. It hasn't actually cleared the pre-market, but the reason I like this is because I have, well, get that out of here. I have really nice alignment. Like I have a failed breakdown on the 65-minute, and then I have about to turn on the 15-minute TTM here. So I like that. That's like a really clean like momentum setup. The one thing I don't like is that our RVOL isn't above 1, but it's fine. It's not terrible. It's not like a below 0.5 or something miserable. I do see that it is still steadily climbing. So in a squeeze scenario, that interest can kind of pour in here. So I'm fine kind of stepping into that. Oh, who's getting so SNDK back testing the bearish EMA here? Uber kind of pulling back, but still looks fine. NVIDIA up 26% here. Let's see if we can get a new high a day. Irene looks like it's setting up for a new high a day. What is this, like your fourth test at the pre-market high? Let's see if we can squeeze right through it. I would love to see this turn into a bullish engulfing candle from NVIDIA. And Q trying the breakout. If you look at the 15-minute here, they're trying to turn this and signal the breakout. A really good like relative volume, by the way. Market could be trying to front run a potential peace talks headline. I don't believe we've seen anything. We actually got news from Netanyahu, but that was about 40 minutes ago, so it's kind of old. SpaceX reportedly proposed a $55 billion investment to begin construction of the Terafab semiconductor facility in Texas. Okay. So does the market like that spend? Market likes it. I still want to see Tesla actually clear this previous high before I take anything. I kind of like the way it's setting up though, for like maybe an end of the week lotto, maybe some like I don't know. It all depends on what those are trading at, but I mean they're really cheap. You could all right. I'll set up a lotto position for the 405s at the end of the week. There's decent potential these go in the money. So I'll give that a shot. Irene here tried the breakout, looking good. Looking good. SMR, looking great. We took a partial for like 16%. It's at 20% now here. And I mean, just took a tiny partial just to feed the portfolio, just to give thanks to the market. You know, it's important to give thanks to the market. Thank you for your kindness, sir. I will respond by locking some in. I might even take one more here. Just one more. Just to say, thank you, sir. What Discord know I did that? All right, new highs. We're up 130% there. I do like that. I do like that. SNDK is trying a full reversal, man. The way they actually have moved these premiums is really frustrating because what they're taking my position in the red, we came in short. We haven't even gotten back to my entry, and they already set out the premium out of the puts. You dirty bastards. Dirty bastards. Give me that. And keep squeezing, but the breath is. The winners and losers today are interesting. I wonder is Microsoft catching bids today? Man, I really just don't love how this looks. Quite honestly, just not in love with it. Um, Look at that, right off the support line. Buyers stepping in. Let's see. We need to reclaim like 319 though. But so far the add to the position looking really good. Looking like was the move to make. Market panics. I hold my hands out. I say thank you. I don't say please because I take what's mine. All right, guys. Stream's gone on 20 minutes longer than it should have. Tougher day, boring day, but I do like the positions I have. So let's just be patient and see how they pan out. I don't think there's a reason to kind of overreact to any of the moves today. Just even with the behavior from the market, inside day, like it's not giving you the clearest signals here. So I don't believe there is a reason to kind of get panicky or anything. All right. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for some more action. What are we, 3-for-1 today? We had that meta loss. But we locked in some great Irene profits, which we bought on live stream last week. We had some great SMR profits, which we bought yesterday. We had some profits from the SNDK spread that we sold yesterday as well. And letting Oracle, Irene, and Uber just play out from here. They still look fine. Uber about to get your 10-minute confirmation here and then should pop right through the highs and then over that pre-market high can accelerate. So I would keep an eye on it. SDK testing the bearish EMA. We do have the put lotto that they're kind of trying to squeeze us on, but I really wouldn't be too concerned about that, quite honestly. So And we caught a nice scalp on Meta here. So, yep, that's what I got.